Well, howdy there, folks. How's it going today? I hope you're all doing really good. Well, I've made it to the studio finally. It's been a while since I've been here. Today I'm going to tag a bunch of guitar cases here. Now, some of them have tags on them, and I can almost tell just by looking at some of the cases what they are. But not all of them. There's just too many to keep track of, so what I am going to do is I'm going to try to color code it, sort of, okay? Maybe Telly's a certain color tag, Strats. That will at least narrow it down a little bit. And, acoustics, I'll do like a different size tag. I got a bunch of cable ties here. And it's got to be done because it just takes too long to try to find what I'm looking for. I've got more here too. They're just kind of scattered everywhere. So, anyway, I'm going to get to it here. So, what we'll do is we'll just put the case right on the table. I'll set the camera up and you guys can tag along if you'd like. I'm not really sure what we're going to see here. So, let's do it. Okay. I think this is going to work. I have no clue what is in here, so. Alright, we got a Gretsch. Let me make sure I got this kind of centered in the frame here, and I won't have to touch the camera again. Alright, we're going to start right there. This is a pretty nice playing guitar, actually. I haven't had this one out for quite some time, but it's the only Gretsch in the collection, and they do their thing. The Bigsby thing, it's either like it or not. It does have a certain sound about it, so it's probably good to have one around if you're, doing a bunch of studio work or if you just want that kind of sound. Okay, first tag on. This is going to be a little slower than I thought, but I won't put you guys through it all. Okay, this one's got a tag on it. It says it's a Schecter PT Custom. Let's see if it's right. Yes, it is. All right. Awesome. That's a fun guitar to play as well. If you guys ever get to check one of these out. It's got a carved top like a Les Paul, 2 humbuckers. It's got a splitter, mahogany with a maple cap. It's a lot like a Les Paul. Plays and sounds very well. All right. I have a few guesses at what this may be. I think this used to belong to my grandfather. Yes, it did. That's a Gibson LGO. A really good one, too. There's some real deal patina. I'm sure he left it in the trunk of his car in the winter a few times in Maine. It's just how it goes, but I'm very happy to have this. This is a very, very fun guitar to play. These things are kind of getting to be sought after. A lot of blues players like them. Very comfortable, short scale. Just a fun guitar. Okay, so here we have a gig bag. I don't think you guys have seen this one yet. This is an Ovation Classical. This was a gift from my father. He picked this up just a while back. It's still his. It's just living here right now, but I'll do a demo on this because this is a really nice sounding guitar and it's fun to play. It's got a pretty good feeling neck on it, and it sounds great plugged in as well. Alright, I think the hardest thing is really, I'm trying to, segregate and put acoustics with acoustics and, that whole thing. Okay, I forgot about this one. This is an older Epiphone with the bolt-on neck. Made in Japan. This is like a, like a triple O style body. Really fun guitar. This was a gift from a good friend of mine. I actually gave him a Dreadnought version of one of these around the same year. And, a year or so later, he showed up with this and wanted me to have it. So, this is a really fun guitar to play. It had a few little dings and dents in it, but, those are something to look out for. You can usually pick them up pretty reasonable, and they are a good sounding guitar. Alrighty. Okay, we got an Alvarez here. This is an artist series. This belonged to my brother-in-law. Unfortunately, he passed away just last year, and this was his guitar. He never learned to play, but I ended up with it, and it does sound really nice, and it plays really well. It's almost in new condition. So, that's an important one. We'll put that one with the acoustics. Okay, we got a Yamaha Classical here. This was my son's first guitar. I picked this up for him at a flea market. I can't remember what model it is. It's a G-235. It's in really nice condition. It sounds nice too. Gotta get some new strings on that one. But, that was his first guitar, so that one has to go in the pile too. Alright, what do we got here? I'm not going in any specific order. I'm just going down the wall right now and trying to keep track of where I've been here. Alright, got an Ovation here. I believe this is an Ovation Elite. This is a very nice sounding guitar plugged in. It's pretty darn cool to look at too. Now, they didn't make these for fat guys, so it's a little awkward when you first start playing them, but I don't know, somehow you kind of get used to it. They have their own sound, and it's part of guitar history, whether we like it or not. My first thought when I see an Ovation guitar is Doobie Brothers, Black Water. Alright. I should have my son over here doing this too, not just me. I'm doing him a solid. He's going to end up with him if I tip over. Alright, so we got a Ibanez. This is an Act Core, not Act Star. I have an Act Star somewhere. This is a very fun guitar to play. This is in like new condition. It's pretty thin. It feels really good, and it sounds really, really nice. Good neck on it. It's got a little beefy kind of neck to it. Kind of a vintage feel, if you will, but great guitar all the way around. Hope you guys ain't getting tired already. Okay, what we got here is another Ibanez. This is an Art Star. This is an early version too. This is unbelievable. If you ever get to try one of these out, now this one's a little heavier than the one I just showed you. Man, oh man, this thing is just a monster guitar. If you like a 335 style F-hole guitar, this is the one to get, in my opinion. Now this has a little bit slimmer neck on it. It's really thin too, but it's got pretty good width to it, so it doesn't feel like awkward, but it feels real sleek. These are a killer guitar. Of all the F-hole guitars that I own, that is probably one on top of the list. There's a couple more I probably forgot about, but that one for sure is a real outstanding instrument. Alright, another Ibanez here. We got a Ibanez thin line, classical. I know this is going to sound like a broken record, but again, this guitar plugged in is mind-blowing. It really is. It's one of the best sounding classicals I've ever played plugged into anything. And I'm a real stickler on that kind of stuff. Plugging acoustic stuff into anything is usually a no with me, but these are really fun to play. And, they're real comfortable. It's thin. The neck's a pretty good feeling neck too. It's not super wide like, most traditional classicals would be. But again, these are a great guitar. They have a good preamp in them too as well. Okay, I think we got an electric here finally. All right, we do. We got this is an Epiphone Les Paul Jr. I think this is like a 57 reissue, maybe. Very, very good one. It's got a nice piece of wood here too. That's beautiful mahogany, and it's just got the one P90. I do need to jack the pickup up a little bit with a shim, but these really sound well, especially if you try them through a bunch of different amplifiers at different volumes. You'll figure it out. Like I said, you'll find the right combination, and when you do, it's really a whole different vibe. Cool guitar though. That one will be in the rotation too. I will try to go over a little bit more about the models, but I'm just trying to blow through this. I've demoed most of these, so I give a little more in-depth description. You can check it out in my playlist if you'd like. But this has taken a long time. I think I'm going to have to do a part two here. Just saying, old Jake's too old here. Okay, obviously an Epiphone here. Oh yes, I remember this one. Alright, we got an Epiphone SG. Supposedly, let me get it around to the camera, you guys can check it out. Custom Shop Limited Edition. I was told by one of the viewers that these can go for like $1,000. I mean, I think it says on the handle right here. Okay, so it's a 61 SG model, 50th anniversary. Okay, so that will date it, I guess. Anyway, the only SG that I've ever owned. I'm not a huge fan of the SGs, honestly. Just the way they feel, they're okay. It takes a little getting used to. It does sound nice. It's got, P90s in it and all that. It's just kind of one of them things, like if you need one, you better have one, right? And I got a good deal on this one, so we'll throw it in the pile, folks. All right, we got a Gretsch. I don't have to tag this one. This one's easy enough. This is one of those little Bobcat resonators with the, the toilet seat headstock, and these are fun. They really are. Unplugged, this thing is just really enjoyable to play. It's just different, and it's got a V neck on it, but it's not uncomfortable. It works for some reason. Very cool. Now they do make a square neck model of these too, like for playing lap slide or dobro or what have you. But real fun guitar. All right, we got a Mustang, Squire Mustang here. Yes, I remember this one. I took all that floating tremolo. They shouldn't even call it a tremolo. That was a disgrace what was on there. I put a telly bridge on it, a short telly bridge, and I covered up the two holes where the apparatus was bolted with a piece of ebony, just so I can kind of lay my hand on it if I want. These are kind of fun, short scale. You can tear it up on them bad boys, and you get the out of phase thing. It's just different, the Squire thing, you're going to see some of these in my collection. Some of them are Squires, 100%. Some of them aren't, but, I've cobbled together a few guitars in my day, so I can't even remember a lot of that stuff. So, anyway, this is the only offset body Fender I think I have. But again, this is something that sounds really different. It's not a Strat. It's not really a Telly. It's got that quirky out of phase thing. So, again, just a really fun one to have in the collection. A lot of these are based on recording use. If I'm doubling guitar sounds, I don't want to use the same guitar every time. Sometimes it's different, like doubling an acoustic guitar. Sometimes I may use that resonator on one side and, a dreadnought on the other, or a triple O, or whatever works, and it's just good to have a big, broad palette of these tones. Very fortunate, and it is a lot of work to keep this stuff in check, keep it straight, keep the strings changed. When you get up over 100 guitars or so, it really is kind of like a full-time position being the caretaker. I can't afford a tech, so it's just me. Anyway, let's press on. All right, we got a Telecaster here. Now, I might not tag all these. I guess I probably should, though, because I've got a whole rack just for tellies, but I still don't know which ones are in which bag. So anyway, I just worked on this one not long ago. I remember it well. This one's all set up and ready to go. This is a Mexican telly, and I changed the saddles on it, the knobs. It's got a Strat switch tip. It's got a few dings in it, but it's pretty clean. It's got a nice feeling neck on it. And, it's just a good workhorse right there. I've got a couple of these black tellies. Hopefully I can find the other one here because I need to do a few things to it. Okay, here's a parts caster. Kind of a super Strat that I built, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago maybe. The body was a $5 yard sale purchase. The pickups are 70s OBL, what do they call those? 500 series. You got the patent pendant stickers on them. Those things are pretty sweet, I got to admit. I got those for in exchange for some work I did on a guy's Jazzmaster. And I bought the neck for $35 on eBay. It was new, just a bolt on. And I got a bunch of super Strats, as you'll see as this continues, but I don't know if I did the push-pulls on this one. I sure did. Yeah, 2 of them. And a 3-way toggle, so I think this may be series parallel. I'll have to look in my notebook when I find that. Well, anyway, let's get a tag filled out and put it back. Okay, this is my first electric guitar right here. This is an 80s Squire. I believe mine was made in Korea, but I changed all the parts out, in the probably late 80s, early 90s. I went to a 2-point trem, all Fender USA parts, and swapped everything out. It's still the same body, and the pickups are still the Squire pickups. This is not the original neck. This is a Chandler, actually, made in USA from around the same time, late 80s. And I've got the original neck. I just refretted it a while back, so I may put that on eventually. But all my Strats have the Gilmore mod on them, too. I did every one of them. I mean, why not? It's an extra tone or two, so... All right, we got a surf green Stratocaster here. This is a Mexican one. It might be a special edition, I can't remember. This has got custom shop pickups in it, and the 2-point trem, and the Gilmore mod. Like I said, I think I did every one of my Strats with it, so... this is a really fun guitar, and it plays well, sounds really well. I haven't played this one a ton, but, it's a good Strat, nonetheless, or I wouldn't have it. Okay, we got another Strat here, another parts caster, basically. I'd have to find my notebook to read off what's inside, but I know this one's modded. It's got a Squire big headstock neck on it. Really good feeling neck though. Some about these Squires, they all seem to have a good neck profile. At least they feel good in my hand. And there's a lot of different profiles that they put out too, but they're all kind of similar. This is a really good guitar. I play this one pretty much all the time. This has been my go-to Strat for a year or two now. I keep getting drawn back to it. It feels good and it sounds really well too. That's what it is for me. When they're right, they're right. And keep the good ones. And if they don't do it for you, maybe call them out. But it's hard. I come across these inexpensive guitars a lot of times. And of course, I work on them. So a lot of these I can, with a little bit of tweaking and finesse work, they can turn into really fine instruments. Just, a lot of times the bones are there, they're just not dialed in. Sometimes, when you dial them in, they still just don't feel right to you. But, in a lot of cases, you can tell if it sounds good acoustically and it just needs some good setup work, then it may be worth putting the effort in. Whoa, look at the time fly by. Well, we made it right about to the amplifier. I started, down on that end, so we still got to go through all this stuff. And, this stuff in the back room, too, we ain't even got to. I'm going to have to take a break, though, folks, so we're going to have to put a pin in this one till the next one. Wow, I didn't bring anything to drink with me, and I'm so dry right now, it's going to split my tongue if I don't get a glass of water or something. So we'll see you guys real soon. Be good. Okie doke.